Magic Kingdom has more attractions than any Disney park,
which means today we're definitely guaranteed to offend somebody.
probably several thousand people. But let's be honest, we're only going to offend those two goldfish and our 50 listeners.
Welcome back. This is the worst Beyond the Magic.
Welcome back. Sorry, we're a little late with the episode, but here we go. We're going to get into why Magic Kingdom is still the most iconic Disney park. It's the most visited theme park in the world. Everybody has a favorite Disney attraction, and we are ready to get this thing started. We're going to break it into two parts, not one, but two, because there's a lot to talk about here, Jamie.
There's definitely a lot to talk about, Pete. I think if our Epcot series has anything to say about it, we definitely need to split this up into two parts for sure. Today we're going to go right down the middle of Main Street, USA, as the song sings. And we're going to go to the hub and we're going to hang a left, which is the preferred way to do it. We're going to teach you why it's the preferred way to do
We're going to offend people with that one, too.
it. That's fine. So we're the worst, Pete. Remember? We're the worst. We're here.
Yeah.
We're here. We're here to offend people. I mean, please listen. That's what I mean. I'm sorry. Uh, Today's ranking criteria includes immersion, family appeal, is it worth your lightning lane or not, the rewritability, and the wait versus payoff.
Let's talk about Main Street. I think we need to remind people that this is an attraction on itself. We don't want to just run right through it. We don't want to like sprint down the middle to get to your rope drop and stop without any warning whatsoever so that I smash into you behind you because you want to get a picture with the castle.
Don't you love those people? We're
I
walking,
do.
we're walking, we're walking, and they stop immediately in front of you. Anyway, don't be one of those people. Anyway, so like Pete said, Magic Kingdom, you walk in, you walk onto the train station, you scan your magic band, you get welcome back. You can't see the castle just yet. It's almost around that little tiny mini hub there. There's a couple things to pick out right there. There's Town Hall. There's the Firehouse, which is a favorite of mine. Why is it a favorite of mine? Just go in and check it out if you haven't already. Obviously, it's what I do for a living. But in the Disneyland park, for you Disneyland fans out there, that's Walt's apartment. It wasn't in the Walt Disney World, but in the Disneyland park in California. Walt had an apartment above the firehouse, and there's a lamp that signifies that he's in the park today. It remains on 365 days, 24 hours, to signify that he's always there. It's kind of a neat bit of history. But if you've ever taken a look to see those ride vehicles going down Main Street, you can actually ride them. Pete, what are some of your favorites on Main Street as you're coming down as your Main Street USA?
Yeah, I really like the idea of Walt's apartment. You know, he stayed right there in the park in Disneyland as it was being built. So he stayed in that apartment, and it's a really cool tribute. I'd like to make it into that one day and see what it looked like as it's as it's still there. But what I want to talk to you about real quick is what we're missing is that for us that do this all the time, and I think even the first time, tell me how you feel when you walk in. Like you're stepping in there, you've got the piped in smells, you've got the people, the vibe. You're seeing all this Main Street action for the first time. How do you feel?
I don't think there's a better feeling, especially when you're with your family. I mean, you see it light up in your kids' eyes, and you see as the castle reveals itself at the end of Main Street, and the kids are just beaming ear to ear, and that's what it's all about. It's
Yeah,
that Disney magic that keeps bringing it back every single time.
yeah, it's
There's a
very
couple
cool.
other things on Main Street USA, P, that we want to talk about. Where's your first stop on Main Street USA? And do you have any hidden gems?
Um, so there's a lot of things on Main Street. If you're got a young kid that got the barbershop, you can go in there and get the pixie dust.
Oh, man, you took
Always
mine.
fun.
You took mine.
Oh, that's
That's fine.
right.
So for
There's so
those of
much on
you
Main
who
Street.
So for those of you who have never had, who have small children, or even if you want to go yourself, they have an actual working barber shop on Main Street USA. It's in that little tiny mini hub just to the left as you walk around the circle there by the flagpole. If it's your kid's very first time getting a haircut, which we did this with my daughter, with Evelyn, she had never had a haircut before, so you go in there. It costs like $20 or something, or $25 with a tip, or 20, $30, whatever it is. It's as far as Disney goes and cost goes, it's very minimal and it's totally worth it. They give you your own set of Mickey ears. They give you a bit of pixie dust, fairy dust that goes on top of your kid's head, which is nothing more than glitter, which is stays there forever. And then they give you a certificate that says kid's first haircut in Walt Disney World and the date. It's super cool. It's just a great souvenir that an experience that you get for a very small fee. So it's one of the very few things that people know about walking down Main Street USA, and I think it's definitely worth it, especially if you need a haircut.
There you go. I definitely I take my time down Main Street. We try to save our shopping for the end of the day or on the way out.
Oh, same,
Um,
same. No
so
shopping for me
we
then.
pass yeah. So we pass the stores. Most people are tempted for the Starbucks. I the line's always really long in the Starbucks there. So unless I want a specific cup or something, I'm gonna try to pass that. Maybe hit Joffrey's or something. Um, so I don't know. I'm 50-50 on the Starbucks. That's probably gonna irritate some people, but I
Oh
could
man,
pass it.
I'm going. Yep, I'll be in line. Whatever you want. I'm sorry. I'm going to be there. Joffrey's versus Starbucks. You only can get Joffrey's in Walt Disney World on Disney property. Is it as good as Starbucks? I think it might be a little bit better, but all those drinks that you know and love and you're familiar with, of course, the Main Street USA version or restaurant has all your favorite Starbucks drinks, and you can mobile order from that location
Sure.
as well, which I highly recommend.
You are a fan of the mobile order. Here, I'm gonna
Oh
give you
man,
my hot take. I don't look. I love Disney, but where this is called the worst. But the coffee at Disney, I think is terrible. I think
you
Joffrey's is
like
terrible. I think the
you do?
coffee in the
Oh
room is
man,
terrible. All the
the
coffee they
coffee in the room is
serve
bad.
is the it's the made from the syrup. So it's not like bean coffee. So I think Starbucks, if you're into Starbucks, is the only place to get a good coffee. I just don't want to wait in that line in there because everybody else agrees with me. Coffee at Disney's terrible.
That's I think you're mistaking it for the tap water. The tap water at Walt Disney World is terrible. The Florida water is. State of Florida, I don't know what you're doing, what you do to that, but it is gross. It is
It's
gross
it's
stuff.
flavored with Gator. It's fine.
Yeah, clearly something. It's some nasty stuff. Just mobile order or pack or whatever you have to do. Get your bottled water to go. Anyway, so we right now Pete and I are stopped on Main Street debating what's better, Starbucks or Joffrey's. We're gonna keep going. Let's
Right.
say we're hungry. We say we want a little snack. Where are we going, Pete?
Well, I mean, before I get to the snacks, I'm gonna give you the. We should hit the town hall up.
Of
Let them know
course.
about the
Who's in
town
town
hall.
hall?
The town hall, you can get your first visit buttons, your birthday buttons, anniversary, guest relations. So if you haven't gone to the resort or anything like that, and you really want to make sure that people know that you're celebrating birthday and anniversary or half birthday, make some event up, put it on a button, and wear that button all day.
Wear it with pride, and a cast member will congratulate you for the rest of the day for however long you had that button on.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you. You and I had a great experience there. You remember? It was late at night. We met the
I
boss.
do. We met the boss. We said hi to the boss.
Where was
We
that?
introduced ourselves as Travelmation travel agents, and we told him that we work for him, which he was surprised to hear about. And we had a good meeting with the boss. I think it went well. Hopefully he liked us.
And that's at the Town Square Theater.
That's right.
It's great
Um,
Mickey interaction.
100%. He's in a cool outfit, which he doesn't. I mean, he's always in that outfit at that location, but it's a kind of a special outfit designed for town hall. If you're going to the Christmas party, if you're going to Mickey's Not So Scary in fall, this is where you're going to meet Jack and Sally. All right,
Oh
this
yeah.
is where you're going to be in the back of there as well, so you can see Mickey and Jack and Sally at town hall. All right. Unfortunately, right now there's no longer any more lighting lanes for any character meet and greets any further. Hopefully, one day that comes back. I really enjoyed that because I don't enjoy standing in lines, but I also like to meet characters with my kids. As it sits right now, currently, June 2026, there are no lightning lanes for character meet and greets, which is too bad. But if you got some time, Town Square Theater, air conditioned meet and greet, and it's one of the best Mickey interactions on property.
Yeah, Jack and Sally being there. That's I couldn't find him the first time I ever did it. So here's a tip for you. If you want to find him during Halloween, there they are.
They're right there.
So let's talk snacks. Like you said, the confection on the apples. We gotta save those for when we leave too, because they're really hard to eat. You can't walk around and just eat them. You gotta get them pre-sliced, but they are
Mm-hmm.
delicious.
I like the
Um,
Rice Krispies dipped in chocolate.
heck yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah,
And you can use your snack
absolutely.
credits for those too.
You sure can.
If you're trying to get the most money out of them, I wouldn't, but You can if
Right.
you're.
So if you're on what Pete's talking about, if you're on the dining plan, if you have a snack credit available onto which everyone has at least what is it, 3 a day per person or something like that, or is it two per person? I don't know. Don't catch me lying on that. I have to look it up. Um, if you buy a snack credit, or if you buy a snack that's over $6.95 each, that's a great value for a snack credit. It used to be over $5, but inflation's the thing. It's been a couple of years, so over 6.95, you're getting a great use out of that snack credit for sure.
All right, let's move on down Main Street.
I want some mini corn dogs, man. We got to
Yeah,
go to Casey's. We got to go to Casey's. You get
or
like
a
30
giant
mini
hot
corn
dog.
dogs, giant hot dog. Now,
Yep.
listen, as a former suburban Chicagoan, the uh, the Chicago hot dog is always going to be my favorite, right? No ketchup because ketchup is for losers. You want everything else on your hot dog except for ketchup. I'm telling you, trust me on that. Look it up. Um, and they have their version of Chicago dog at Casey's Corner. They also have great French fries. They have, and the best thing on the menu there, whether you agree or not, is the corn dog nuggets. Man, they're so good.
All right, let's move on down. Let's want to talk to him about rope drop strategy because people are not going to listen to us. They're not going to take and absorb all of Main Street. They're going to beat feet for that rope drop. I understand Disney lets you go in a little further now.
They are. So if you stay on property, which if you, Pete and I are a travel advisor, we are highly going to recommend that you do. You get in a whole 30 minutes earlier. I know that doesn't sound like a lot of time, but in Disney time, that is a long time. What's that 30 minutes going to do for you? It's going to get you deeper into the park than it ever has before. What I mean by that is, so you're going to get to rope drop, so you're going to get there 30, really, you're going to get there an hour before the park opens. They're going to start letting you in about 30 minutes ahead of time, or sometimes a little bit earlier, and you can actually queue up to what rides you want to go to in a particular land. So before you had to stop right at the beginning of Main Street and it wouldn't let you go any further. Now you can actually go down Main Street. You can hang a left or hang a right. Today we're going to hang a left, and you can actually go to the land that you want to go to, and there will be the rope for you to start when rope drop begins. So a little bit further. They get more people in the park that way, and they get people to where they want to go quicker.
Yeah, I think going left is a bit of a cheat code in and of itself. Most everybody's going to go right because they want to get to Tron and the Seven Dwarfs. And I'm going to tell you, when we get to the Seven Dwarfs, I'm not ranking that one very high. But I think the best thing to do is you head left, and then you've got short waits for the Jungle Cruise. You got walk on to Pirates of the Caribbean, easier access to Frontierland, and less congestion. So everybody's sprinting towards the dwarfs, and we're casually entering pirates and acting all superior to everybody.
That's right. That's right. No, I couldn't agree more. I think a better option is definitely to go left. What did you call it again? What did you say was Pirates of the what?
You're gonna make fun of Pirates of the Caribbean.
The Caribbean. See, it's a Caribbean. It's a Caribbean.
Whatever, whatever,
I
Jamie.
appreciate people out
I
there
got
listening.
pirate.
All
I'm
you,
representing today, so I
I
know where the
see you have.
Caribbean
For those
is.
of you, for, but why is the rum gone, Pete? Why is the rum
It's
gone?
always gone.
It's always got. If you and I are involved, it's gone. It's gone for sure. For those of you who watch on YouTube, which you can watch us on YouTube at the Worst Beyond the Magic, Pete has his pirate, his skull hat on, and then his Camp Neverland shirt on as well. Once we get to that area of the park, Pete's going to take over. He's going to talk all about being a lost boy. All right, so we're going left, like we said. The first ride we're going to hit, like Pete mentioned, is Jungle Cruise. All right,
Yeah,
what do we
we've had
think?
our
What do you think
coffee,
about
we've had
Jungle
our
Cruise?
corn nuggets, and we're ready
Yeah,
for some life
we're
advice here.
fueled for the day, man. We're fueled for the day for sure. So the first land you encounter is Adventureland. The whole purpose of Adventureland is exploration, jungles, pirates, escapism, right? So you're a pirate. I mean, automatically you cross that bridge there, and automatically you're a pirate, right?
Yar.
Yar. Go get yourself a margarita at the Beacon Barrel, right? It's on the menu. It's on the
Yeah,
menu. Anyway, that was a
we're getting there. We're
horrible,
getting there.
horrible dad joke. I'm sorry. We're gonna get there,
I love
folks.
it.
Jungle Cruise. You love it, you hate it. What do you think?
Oh man, I love it. But so does everybody else. And I think the Jungle Cruise depends on what skipper you get. Some of those skippers are just hilarious, and other ones they're okay.
Yeah, this can be a 10 out of 10. the best, or it could be 4 out of 10, the worst, depending on whatever skipper you get assigned. You think they're better in the morning or the evening? What do you think?
Two different rides. I think we've said this too about a lot of the parks. You get two different
Oh yeah,
rides, daytime and nighttime. But
hundred
I
percent,
prefer the
100%.
daytime. I actually feel like I'm on a jungle adventure, and the natives are throwing things at me, and I think it's a really cool ride.
No, it's so much fun. I think you do get a better experience in the evening. I think because the skipper's like a bit slap happy and they want to go home for the day, and so their jokes become a bit more provocative and out there, like they're a bit more unhinged, right? I think it gets better as the day goes on. I've done it during the day. I've done it at nighttime. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool at nighttime. The backside of water looks different at nighttime than it does during the day. Not everywhere you get to see the backside of water. O2H.
It's incredible.
Um, yeah, I know, right? One of the seven wonders of the world, right? Um, all right, so we're getting off Jungle Cruise. Where we head to next, Pete?
The one and only Pirates of the Caribbean.
The Caribbean. We're gonna go all day with this. It's fine. I'm gonna hold you to it. It's the Caribbean. The Caribbean. So you're not gonna have me
I'm gonna
saying
start
it now.
singing Caribbean Queen.
Please, no more singing. No more singing. Nobody likes when you sing. All right,
This
tell
is
me
one of
about.
Disney's most iconic attractions. They
Yes.
have their own smell. People buy
Oh yeah.
candles so that they can
You
smell
could
the
buy a
pirate
candle
ride.
for that smell. I don't want it. I don't want that candle.
No, no thanks. It's cool though. Like the queue, we talk a lot about the queues. I mean, the Imagineers put a lot of effort into that. This one has been around since the beginning. The music, the storytelling, that connection to Walt Disney.
Yeah,
My question is
of
this the
course
best
it's
ride
icons.
in Adventureland?
You know, I don't think so. I think the smell in itself is comforting. It's unique for sure because there's no other place that smells like that. Uh, I don't know. I'd rather go on Jungle Cruise and get a different ride experience every time, but instead of go sit in a slow boat.
We talked about living with land in the cult following. I think Pirates has another cult following. I think people just love it and they want to stick with it. Same Jungle Cruise is the same way. Some people prefer Jungle Cruise, some people prefer Pirates. Um, so yeah, I'm with you. I don't think it's the best one in Adventureland either. Um, you know, there's a lot in there that we're sleeping on, like the Tiki Room,
Oh yeah, Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room. You know what the best part about the Tiki Room is?
the Dole Whip.
Oh, duh. I mean, I mean, that's exactly it.
Hey,
It's
can
Aloha
you
Isle.
mobile
It's right.
order a Dole Whip from there?
I don't know, Pete. Why don't you talk about Morocco some more?
Oh, give me a minute. I was getting there.
Yes, mobile order your dough up and go watch the Tiki Room, the Tiki Birds.
You've said a couple of times I haven't done this thing. I have never done the Tiki Room.
Okay, I think it's something you have to see at least once.
So tell me about it. Why?
It's one of the original things. Is an opening day. It was an opening day event or opening day attraction. I think it's something you just have to go see. It's it's not new technology by any means, but it's fun. It's fun to watch. There's plenty of open seating. It's air conditioned. Um, it's just uh, the 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 songs that they sing are catchy. You singing them the rest of the day. It's and you
Yeah.
just have to go see at least one. I think it's a one and done. We'll put it
It's
that
like
way. I think
it's
it's a
like the
one and done for
Bears.
sure. Oh, see, I've never seen the Bears. I've never
Ah,
seen the Country Bears ever,
we'll get to
ever,
that.
not one time.
That is, I think
All
that's
right.
more than a one and done. I like it, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. All right, so we've done the Tiki Room, we've done Walt's Enchanted Tiki Room, but here's the big one, Beacon Barrel. You and I have done this one.
Yeah,
We got a
we did
reservation. We lost our reservation, and we got another one. We didn't have to wait too long.
it. What happened? What happened with our reservation? Do you remember? Whose
I
fault
think
was it?
I think it was probably your fault.
It was my fault. It was my fault. We were running late and we ran to the back of the park and walked up to the nice cast member and Mr. Pete Morrison started to give him a hard time. The poor kid. He's like, well, we booked this 60 days ago. How easy it is to get another one? And the guy said over and over again, check the app, come back later. There could be an opening. And sure enough, he had canceled our reservation. We opened up the app right then and there, and Lo and behold, there was another reservation available later on that night, wasn't there?
Yep, and we got it. And this is
So
another reminder to
what
be
does that
nice to your
teach you?
cast members.
That's right. Walk up availability is the thing. Okay.
Yep.
They don't always sell out every single reservation 60 days out. People cancel all the time, or like in Pete and I's case, we miss it, and they open it up. So it's a possibility that there's going to be a spot available for you later on. But it is something that you can book 60 days out, and Pete and I can take care of that for you as well.
All right, so we're going into Beacon Barrel. It is like you said, reservation only. It's a new bar tavern in Walt Disney World, or Magic Kingdom, excuse me. And it's a new thing. You know, Disney didn't ever have alcohol in the park in Magic Kingdom, and they've recently added it. You can get it at meals, and now they have a tavern. So this is great for those of us that enjoy taking a mid park drink. The question is it worth the hype? You go in, there's some storytelling and hidden effects, one of Magic Kingdom's new experiences, and it reminds me of Trader Sam's, but I don't think it's in the same category as Trader Sam's. What did you think, Jamie?
I think number one, Trader Sam's is better.
Trader Sam's is better.
It's way smaller. Trader Sam's is way smaller than Beacon Barrel. The nice part about Beacon Barrel is it's the exact, for those that don't know what have never been there before. It's just like the Star Wars bar in Galaxy's Edge. You are limited to 45 minutes, and your server is very good about halfway through that 45 minutes, reminding you that you're halfway through your journey and to finish up. So you're there for 45 minutes. You're allowed two drinks each in that 45 minutes, which both Pete and I could do a lot more than that, but we're limited to two. Um, and you're limited to small bites there. As far as the story goes, as far as the atmosphere goes, I think it's incredible. I think it's amazing. The Imagineers did a fantastic job with this place. However, it depends on where you sit. You agree with that?
I do, yeah. I mean, you're going to be put with whomever. So you could be at a bar, you could be at a big table. We sat in the jail cell, was it?
We were in the brig. We were in
The
the brig.
brig.
Yeah,
It was fantastic.
that's right.
I
Yeah,
think that was one of the better places to sit.
it was. It was. I think the best place is probably at the bar because you can see the animatronic parrot. You can interact with the bartenders there, who are all pirates, of course. All your servers are pirates. But for where you and I, where we sat in the brig there, it was almost to the point. It was beyond the wall, where I think is not a great experience for the people to get sat on the other side of that restaurant. They can't see what's going on, so it's a different experience over there. But for us, the room that you walk into from the outside is where you and I are seated, and I think it's probably one of the better places.
The map room was gorgeous. It looked like you were in the captain's quarters. There were maps on the table. It was really nice. You remember seeing that? It's near the front.
I do, yeah. It was pretty cool. I think the bigger the party you have here, I think at least what you would you say 5 to 6 people,
Yep.
or more, maybe a party of 10. I think the better chances you are going to have in having to be able to sit with each other, and you're going to have a bigger space available to yourselves rather than having to sit share a table like what Pete and I did. Now, for all those listening, I mean, Pete and I are decent guys, and the people we got sat with were it just happened to be cast members, and we all got along. And we enjoyed ourselves, right?
Absolutely.
But we're sociable dudes, and we like to have a good time, and we want to make sure that everyone else feels comfortable. So we make it a good time. So, but that may not always be the case, depending on whoever you get on the other side of your table. So, just something to be
And
aware of.
if you're a bit of an introvert, you might want to know that ahead of time.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
All right, let's talk snacks, man.
For some reason, just as you're crossing the Adventureland here, just before you get there is a spring roll cart that's there, and there's this that's super viral online. Everybody has to have them. It's a cheeseburger spring roll or egg roll cart right there as you enter Adventureland. Is that is a cheeseburger spring roll worth the hype, Pete? Are you stopping there?
I'm
You
stopping
can't
there.
mobile order it, by the way. You're stopping there. Okay, so
And they don't have
I'll
them
be
in
at
Morocco.
Starbucks, and they don't. They don't have it in Morocco. No, they don't.
I think they're great. They're yummy. They're a great snack. They're not too filling. I think for Adventureland, that's your best. And of course, there's the very iconic, which we've already talked about, Dole Whip, which is probably one of the more famous snacks in all the kingdom.
Taff, it's a must have. And of course, nothing says Adventureland like eating a cheeseburger and somehow ended up inside an egg roll, right?
Right.
That's a very very obvious Adventureland. I don't know how, but it is.
In the Mount Rushmore of Disney snacks, the Dole Whip reigns supreme.
100% it does. 100%. And like Pete was saying, it wasn't until recently that Disney started to open up more alcohol in Magic Kingdom. For a long time, Magic Kingdom was a dry park, and then they started to serve it at Cinderella's Royal Table. It was the only place you could get it. And then the Beacon Barrel came along, and slightly before that, you could start making boozy Dole Whip floats. Did you know that? They'll put rum in it for you too.
For sure. All right, before we move out of Adventureland, I want to talk a little bit about all these little extras that we didn't talk about. Um, there's a camel spits water. If you can get your friend to stand in just the right spot, that camel's going to spit water on your friend. It's amazing. I love it. I try to do it every time. Jamie caught on before I could get him. It was no bueno.
Jamie's been there a few hundred times. I knew about it. Sorry.
Jamie, do you know about the pirate experience for the kids?
I don't know anything about it.
Okay, so as you're getting to the end of Adventureland and you're heading towards Frontierland, on the left side, there's a kiosk, a little room, and you can do the pirate adventure. They'll go in there, you get a map, and you get a compass, and you can go around Adventureland and follow the map. At one point in time, you could get, I forget what the free thing was. I think you could get a fast pass to Pirates, but we took advantage of that. The internet took advantage of it, and so Disney said, "Now we can't do that anymore." However, it is a lot of fun. There's some interactive things. You go and you can make things jump out of the water. You can make the tower bell ring. It's really, really great for kids. If you've been doing Magic Kingdom for more than one day and you're like, I don't, we've ridden the rides, this is a time to really get into the deeper sections of things. And that pirate adventure is a really great thing, especially for kids who might not like thrill rides or whatever, for the younger kids.
That sounds super cool.
All right. You got anything great for, yeah, and it's free, which is awesome. And you get to keep the map too. It's a nice little souvenir.
So best attraction for you in Adventureland, Pete?
The best attraction is is the camel spitting. If I can get someone wet because of that, and then it's going to be Jungle Cruise. How about yourself?
I agree. I 100% agree with you. It's definitely going to be a Jungle Cruise for sure. That's a difficult lightning lane to get, by the way. So for those of you 7 days out on property, it's one of the very first ones you should try and get. And if Peter or I, your travel advisor, we're definitely going to get that one for you. Of course, we'll get whatever you tell us to. But if I had any recommendation, that's definitely one I would get for sure. Most underrated attraction and or snack and or area in Adventureland. What do you think?
Okay.
I think you just named it.
No, we got to talk about it. We got to talk about the Swiss Family Treehouse. This thing is... It is still open. It's an original opening day in Magic Kingdom in 1971. Guests climb 116 stairs through 6-story treehouse. It got some work done in 2024 and 2025, and it does not use a lightning lane. It rarely has much of a wait because after all those steps you're putting in, 116 stairs becomes a lot. So a lot of people walk right by it. They skip it. When I was a kid, I was amazed by this. I always wanted to live in a treehouse. I wanted to, get stranded on an island and have the most epic treehouse known to man. And it's got some of the most underrated views of Magic Kingdom while you're up there. I think this is, a lot of people skip it, but I think it really captures the exploration and adventure spirit of the early Disney park. So I think it's very underrated.
Never done it.
Oh,
Never walked right past it 100 times or more. Never
you really
was
are the
interested
worst.
to do it. That is the title of the show.
Look,
So
Jamie, when
that's
we
what you
said,
get at.
hey, let's be Disney fans together and let's do this podcast, I thought you had some Disney experience. If you haven't been in the tree, then I don't know.
Can we go back to talking about mobile ordering again? It's my favorite thing to talk about.
You can't mobile order anything from the tree.
I'm glad that you find your inner child and you still experience that and you climb 116 stairs. You and I are different from each other, man. I climb 116 stairs when I have to, okay? Not when I want to.
I'm
Not
gonna
when
be
it's
honest
been
with you.
offered
My
as an option
daughter
to me.
drags me up there now. I
Does
am.
she?
I have the magic has is waned for me a little bit on 116 steps.
I can imagine. I can imagine, especially in summertime when it's 1,000 degrees and surface of the sun hot. In Magic Kingdom.
All right, if we don't move on, this is going to be a three-part series.
All right, yeah, we don't want to do that. All right, let's move on. So we're going. I think we've conquered Adventureland. We're pirates. We went to Beacon Barrel. We got the margarita. Uh, we ate the cheeseburger egg roll. We had. I mean, we ate all. We had Dole Whip, right?
We climb the
Where are we
tree.
going now?
All right,
We climbed
the
the
next.
tree.
Yep, the next one on is Frontierland, the American frontier, one of the fastest changing lands in Magic Kingdom.
Currently under construction, and by the time this episode actually airs, again we're a little behind. Disney will probably announce a part of this area of the park was another construction project
Yeah, well,
for sure.
the good news is Big Thunder Mountain is open again.
It is open. I'm excited to hear all about it when you go here in a couple of weeks. From what I've heard, and not to spoil it for anybody, from what I heard, it is not a rickety old train car ride anymore. Have you heard that?
Yeah, they have. They said they smoothed out the tracks a little bit.
Yeah. Are you disappointed by that?
I love rickety roller coasters. So
Oh,
I
me
am
too. I mean,
definitely
that adds to the ride, right?
yeah. So I'm
Yeah,
hoping I'm
I'm a
hoping
little
it still has that feel. So we'll see.
yeah. It was always one of my. I prefer this one over Seven Dwarf Mine Train.
Oh, 100%. I think this one's
Yeah,
underrated. I think this is a
yeah.
great ride, and again, the queue is really great. It has a lot of good theming. It's one of those ones that you get a. For me, I think it's actually better at night. I think it's a, you get two different experiences, but it's really great at night.
I couldn't agree more. I think a lot of these rides, and especially Magic Kingdom, you're going to get different experiences with the daytime versus nighttime. As we go on, as we get into Future World, or Tomorrowland rather, on the other side of the park, we're going to talk about Tron and how why Tron's way better to ride at nighttime than it is
Hmm.
during the day. But I think that's a common theme throughout Magic Kingdom is the rides are different experiences through the daytime and nighttime for sure.
I know your favorite is Guardians, but
Yeah,
this is definitely one of those sleepers. It could secretly be one of the best roller coasters at Disney.
I think for Magic Kingdom it's up there. I think it is. I
It
think it
is.
is. I think for my money, I think Tron is probably it. I think Tron's a lot of fun, but it's only what 61 seconds altogether. I think maybe just over a minute. Certainly, Big Thunder Mountain's a lot longer than that. So you're going to
Yeah.
get more bang for your buck out
Mhm.
of Big Thunder Mountain than you are out of Tron for sure. Um, all right. So our next one on as we're moving down the street here in Frontierland is Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and we had quite the experience when we went back in January together with our wives on Big Thunder Mountain. Or, I'm sorry, on Tiana's Bayou, didn't we?
We
And I hope
sure
we have the
did.
picture to prove it.
We did. I'm gonna put it in the podcast, so if you're on YouTube, you can watch it or take a look at it. She was very angry. The seas
Super
were angry
angry.
that
You know
day.
what? I said, "Don't worry, honey. You don't get that wet." She was. There wasn't a dry spot on this woman by the time we got off that ride. She sat. We sat in the very first row, which is a no-no if you want to stay dry. First of all, you're not going to stay dry at all, right? It doesn't matter where you sit in that boat. But if you're sitting in the front row, forget it. You're going to be drenched by the time you exit that thing. And in her case, she was. She was soaked from head to toe, and she was livid with me because I lied to her. I honestly thought that she wouldn't get that wet, but she did. She was just like a wet dog coming off of that thing, just like getting out of a bath. Like she was just covered head to toe, and just fire in her eyes.
Fire.
she's she's a redhead, so you understand the fire reference.
In the words of
You could
your,
just see it
in the
in
words
her
of my
face.
favorite cast member and your sister, you will get wet.
You will get wet for sure. If you have a poncho, you ever bought a poncho on this ride?
I had a raincoat. Yeah,
I think it's a smart thing to do.
yeah.
Don't quick tip. Don't buy your ponchos in Walt Disney World. Why? Guess how much they are?
A lot.
a lot, right? So buy buy the cheap ones off Amazon. They're
Absolutely.
going to do the exact same thing, and they're going to be pennies to the dollar versus what you're going to pay in Magic Kingdom for a rain poncho. So buy them ahead of time before you get there. Highly recommend that if you don't want to walk around soaking wet for the next hour or 2 hours, however long you're going to be there, to wear a rain poncho when you go on this ride. What do you think of the retheme?
Ah,
It's my first time being on that.
so I like the retheme. I was going to talk about this with Tom Sawyer's Island. Um, you know, for some, I don't think Tom Sawyer or Splash Mountain was in any way an offensive experience that had to disappear. For most of us, Tom Sawyer is a giant playground, and Splash Mountain was a log flume ride. But Disney has to justify every square foot of Magic Kingdom, and I think it needs to remember, like I say this a lot with things, evolve or die, right? And Disney has to connect with the next generation. And you look at stuff like Splash Mountain, the story, and you look at Tom Sawyer. It, you know, 30 years ago, people connected with it, and now kids don't even know really about either of those stories. So it gives a new generation a chance to connect and build that nostalgia and build the connectivity with it. So I think the theming was smart. Like there's an argument, I'm sure, for the social need to change. But I think from just a more of a marketing and business standpoint, I think they were smart changes to connect to new audiences and keep continuing to connect with generation after generation for Disney. And I think that's a lot of
Yeah,
reason why Magic Kingdom is one of the um, premier parks, right? Why Disney is the premier parks is because they continue to find ways to connect with people.
younger generation for sure, and they keep it going. That's right. I think they did a great job on Tiana's. I think the story of that ride, like we all know, we've all seen the movie, right? We understand Tiana and the story, the theme behind the movie. I think as far as a ride goes, I think they could have done a really better job of explaining it as where you go along in the ride, like how it's tying in. Um, it seems a bit broken up and a little bit all over the place in places. Like it doesn't really the whole theme of it doesn't really make sense all the way through the ride. You understand what I'm saying? It
Right.
doesn't.
It
You kind of
skips
go
a
from
bit.
scene. Yeah, you go from scene to scene to scene, and it doesn't really connect. It doesn't
Right.
really connect. So I think that's the hard part there. But as a whole, I think it's great. Like, I think the animatronics are great. I think the music is great. You get soaked. I'm sorry, you did,
You will
especially
get
in the
wet.
front row. You will get wet for sure. For sure, you get wet. Oh man, that's such a great picture. I will forever love
Yeah.
that picture of her. She is so mad, so mad.
You got to frame it
I've
in the
only seen
house.
her like we've been married 15 years, been together what 16, almost 17 years. I've never seen her that angry. That was like one of the very first times I've ever seen her that angry at me. So good. It's so good. I couldn't stop laughing afterwards. That probably didn't help any. Um, I think it's a must do ride. What about for Lightning Lanes? You think it's worth it to get it?
I do
Is it a
think it's
tier
worth it.
tier one attraction for you?
Um, if you can get it on the lightning lanes, I wouldn't buy one specifically for it, but it is worth it.
Yeah, I think it's 100% worth it, especially if it's the summertime. Yes, you're going to get wet. No, you're not going to be soaked the rest of the day if it's summertime in Orlando. You're going to dry up. You're going to it's going to help you out. Especially if it's thousand degrees out there. You want to get a little wet and feel nice and cool for a little while at least. But we last time we went on it was in January and it was a little chilly, so
If yeah,
that didn't really help things at all.
if it were me, I would hit Pirates first, then Tiana, and save
Uh
Thunder
huh.
Mountain for nighttime.
Cool. I like it. That's a good strategy. So
But
take us on to the next place.
oh yeah, so I've
Now
been
we're done
excited
with
about this.
Tiana's.
You have admitted that you haven't been, but we got to talk
I've
about the
never been.
Country Bear
Never.
Musical Jamboree. Um,
Take it away, Pete.
it's been updated. It's a great show. It's very funny. It's air conditioned. It's classic Disney. I mean, most people are going to skip this one too. So it's another one of those places in the park where you can get that midday, get out of the sun, cool down, get that nap in there. And it's either a treasured Disney institution or a fever dream. I'm not really sure.
Oh, How long is it? Was it 20 minutes or something like that?
Yeah, it's 20 minutes.
Somewhere, yeah. It's a good air conditioned 20-minute nap.
It really
Is
is.
what it what that is. I don't know. I can't speak to it. Never been on it. Never really saw any interest. I never saw in the way back when it was the old version versus the new version. I can't compare the two. You seem to like it, so I think you have to see it while you're there, right?
Yep. All right.
Maybe
So
you should drag me on it next time.
I will. I definitely will. Let's talk about food.
Some best food in Frontierland.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you the snack. It's a go-to snack. Do you know what this one is?
I know what you're gonna say. Go ahead, tell the people.
Oh, it's the bacon. It's the
Yeah,
bacon. Right there at the corner by Tiana's is the most delicious piece of bacon you'll ever find at Magic Kingdom.
oh, on a stick, mind you.
On a
Like it's
stick.
on on a stick. It's wonderful. It's so good. The other the other big food item here is, of course, is the infamous turkey legs.
Right.
You see people walking around like they're Neanderthals, like chomping on those things in one hand, screaming toddler in the other arm, right? Uh, it's I've never I've had like a couple of bites of those things. I don't think I could finish one myself. I do remember I have a vivid memory as a child walking in the area of the park and watching this man in front of me walking with and he was about to take a bite out of his turkey leg, and a seagull swooped down and snatched this thing right out of his hand and flew off. I
That's amazing.
I thought it was hilarious. I was like 8 or 9 or 10 years old, maybe at the most. I thought it was hilarious. He didn't think it was very funny. If I was that man, today I think I would have marched myself right back to the stand and demanded I get another one. But yeah,
Right.
some hungry seagull got a turkey leg that day.
The turkey leg
I don't
or
know why that sticks with me.
the turkey leg or the ham hock, whatever. It tastes like a big chunk of ham. For me, it's a skip every time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, not for you. You don't like it.
Save it
I
for the
think
Ren
I
Fair.
think the okay, all right. See, I don't like Ren fairs either. I know you're kind of that magical kind of guy that likes those.
I don't
I
like Ren Fairs. That's why I'm not eating it.
don't but the bacon. We're gonna
The
get the
bacon's
bacon
the
for
way to
sure.
go. And
Yeah.
the tacos, I think it's a great quick service right there at the corner too. Pecos Bills.
Oh yeah, Pecos Bills. Yeah.
Yep. Great quick service, lots of space in there. It's a good
They're
spot to
not
get
the
through.
best tacos you've ever had in your life, but they're
The-
if you want something that's a Mexican flair, they got it. They have the rice. They have the rice and beans and the tacos,
yeah,
and they have chips and queso. Right? It's theme park food, slightly
yeah.
elevated a little bit.
It scratches the itch
It's
if you
it.
need food and you don't want
Yeah.
to wait. It's
Yeah.
the place to go.
Yep. I agree. I agree for sure. Yep.
All right, let's walk on down to Liberty Square then.
All right. What's our first stop in Liberty Square?
One of my favorites in all of the parks is Haunted Mansion.
Foolish mortals. Is this room really stretching?
You've been working on that, haven't you?
And I haven't. I could quote the whole thing. I know, like, the whole thing.
This this is a top five Disney one. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, absolutely it is. Every single time, too. And I think, do you agree? Like, going through that ride, number one, I've been stuck on this ride, I don't know, multiple times and different spots in each part of the ride. So I'm pretty good about picking out where stuff is now because I've been stuck so many times on it. That being said, I think it's still a great ride to go on.
yeah, absolutely. And it's funny. The amount of people who try to bring their cremated remains relatives and dump them off the ride there is insane. Don't bring your
I
cremated
would love to.
remains to Haunted Mansion,
Nope,
please.
nope, don't do that.
No.
Don't do that. That's
Lifetime
gross.
ban.
Lifetime ban. I think if you're gonna go for lifetime ban, it's more fun to take your shirt off and try and climb the Mexico Pavilion. I mean, that's going out in style, really.
We do not encourage that. Do not climb the pyramid. Drink responsibly.
Listen, yep. Don't start in Mexico, people. We talked all about it. Don't do
Yeah.
it. I think I couldn't agree more that this ride is one of the top five. I think as far as the ride goes, as many times as I've been on it, you see something different every single time. You experience something different every single time you go on it.
Absolutely. So let's talk about the Hall of Presidents. I understand you've talked about this
What's
one. This is something you like.
it's in yeah, it's for great. It's a great 20-minute nap. Is what it is. It's the air conditioned nap. Is that's what that is.
We're gonna do an
Um,
episode on all the places at Magic Kingdom where you can get a nap, including here,
oh,
Mickey's Philhar the
I think
Bears.
I think we're gonna pair that with a very special request from an email that we got. We got some mail, Pete.
Oh, we did. We
We
finally
got a
got
couple
mail.
pieces. We finally got a couple pieces of email, a couple different emails, and this is from my good friend Sean Wilson in Charleston, South Carolina. He wants to hear about the best bathrooms in Walt Disney World. So I think one best place to take a nap, and we're going to pair that up with our best bathrooms. What do you think? How's
I
that for an
think that's
episode?
fantastic. But just don't take a nap in the
I think it's
bathroom.
gold. Don't do that. Don't do, or else you're probably going to get Narcans.
Yeah.
Anyway,
There's
uh,
that firefighter.
I'm sorry.
So is this a
Yeah.
must do or a skip or just if you're hot?
Yes to all of
Yes.
the questions. I think.
Depending on your mood.
I yeah. I think. I mean, you have to. It gives a little bit of history, right? If you like, do you like? You clearly like history, right? I like history.
Absolutely.
Every single president that we've ever had in our country's history, 250 years now, is there as an animatronic, including the current administration. He's there as well. Um, and though he's not as orange as I thought he would be
Oh,
in the
oh,
attraction as he
oh.
isn't really. Oh, I'm sorry. Not to get political, but yeah, I think it's a one and done. I think it's a one, but it is again if you're looking for air conditioning, if you're looking for a little entertainment and having just your feet from walking 30,000 steps, I think it's something that you should do.
Okay. We gotta talk about some other hidden gems. Harbor House is a great place to get food. You can go up the stairs. There's always space up there. You can see views from there. Harbor House is a hidden gem. I want to talk about
Yeah, food is good there.
the
Columbia
ornament
Harbor House.
store. You can go to Disney
The
Springs
Christmas
and get
store, yes.
ornaments, but we've been since my daughter and I started going when she was 5. We have been getting an ornament every year. So we have our own Disney tree because we're Disney nerds. We have our own Disney tree that has an ornament for every time we've gone to whether it's Disneyland, Disneyland Paris, here, Magic Kingdom, everywhere. Every year we have an ornament. So it's worth it. And I have a little story I could tell about the magic of Disney. We went into that store for the first time when she was, I think, if it was the first time, I mean, it might have been the second time. So she was like 6 years old, right? And so we walk in and we're hunting around for an ornament. We used to go in the fall, and there was a spot there you could write a letter to Santa. So she's got her little pen and she's writing a little letter to Santa, and I'm helping her, and I'm talking to the cast member, talking about what kind of ornament to get. Cast member's paying attention to us. Mia writes her letter, um, signs it, and I'm like, "That's great." She puts it in the box for Santa. We talk to the cast member some more. We buy an ornament. We bounce. We are home in December. We went in October. We're home in December, and a box from Florida shows up from Walt Disney World from Santa. And in that box is the letter that Mia wrote to Santa with a response saying, thank you for visiting the shop. I got your letter. Here's some Disney merchandise. They sent us a Disney stocking, a Mickey stuffy, and I think there was one other thing in there. And it was just the most incredible thing. And it's one of the reasons that we continue to go back every year is just because some of those things, you're not always going to find that level of Disney magic, but if you're looking for it, you're open to it, and you're nice to the cast members, Disney magic can happen. And just one of my favorite stories for that, and
That's
one of
such
the
a cool
reasons
memory.
we're Disney fans forever.
Yeah, that's such a cool memory, Peter. That's awesome that you got to experience that. That's really neat.
Absolutely.
That is the Christmas store in yeah. I don't know if you remember when we had Alice, my sister, on. She used to manage the Christmas store. Take a guess, not to ruin your cool like emotional story. Take a guess how much the Disney or the Christmas store brings in revenue a day. Take a wild guess. Now this is 6 years ago when she was a cast member there.
Oh, I don't know. I want to go high because I feel like everybody
Go
wants an
high.
ornament. Go high. All right, Disney. I'm for per a
A day.
day. I'd say
A day.
50,000.
You're close. It's around $45,000 a day. That store alone brings in merchandise sales
That's
to Walt
insane.
Disney World. And again, that was 6 years ago now. So I'm sure it's gone up. And I'm 100% it didn't go down.
Right.
It definitely went up. So yeah, this little intricacies like that, and that's such an awesome, heartwarming story for you that you and your daughter got to experience. That's the Disney touch that you're not going to get anywhere else. There's no other theme park or no other company in the world you can go to. You're not going to find that at Universal up the street. I'm sorry, you're just
Mhm.
not. Um, that you, to get that touch, that Disney magic that Pete's talking about for sure.
So we've recently started our own little Instagram handle, and that is the worst beyond the magic. You can find us there. We got 18 whole followers so far. It's fantastic. Thank you to those 18. Most of them are us. But you can always send us mail, and we love that. And you can find us at the worst beyond the magic at gmail.com.
This has been the worst beyond the magic.